It's one of the top stories on KXLY.com and one that caught many by surprise. Conservative commentator Ben Shapiro will no longer be speaking at Gonzaga. The university's college Republicans had received permission from the school after initially being rejected, but then, according to this Facebook post by the group's president, one of the main sponsors of the event pulled out, saying they didn't like any of the campus venues. Shapiro may make it to Spokane, but at another school. The Young Americans for Freedom at Whitworth University are trying to get approval for him to speak. Whether he can or can't rests with the school's student government. As we speak, the Associated Students of Whitworth University, or ASWU, are voting on whether or not to allow the invitation. Our Hawk Hammer working for you now at Whitworth University. And Hawk, this has been a bumpy ride as well.
Yeah, so first off, Aaron, the first time the Young Americans for Freedom here at Whitworth requested that they be able to invite Shapiro to speak, they were rejected. Speaking with student government representatives, they told me that was an unintended mistake and it was quickly corrected. They said they'd vote on it. Shapiro has been met with controversy and oftentimes protests at the other universities he's spoken at. There's nothing like a bit of controversy to get a conversation going on campus.
You do gotta have both sides of the story. You can't be one-sided on things.
At Whitworth, the next Spokane campus to take on conservative Ben Shapiro, eyes are on tonight's student government vote.
I think civil discourse is great, and I think that he would encourage that in a lot of ways. But we need to be careful.
For or against him, he's got a reputation.
His motto is facts don't care about your feelings. And personally, I kind of like approach to just remove emotion and just go for what the data says.
But some say there's common courtesy and decency to think about as well.
I think that he can be really divisive and say some things that can be really hurtful to certain groups of students.
Parker, a junior studying theology, says he hopes the vote goes like this.
It can't be politically biased or, based off of their own personal opinions. It needs to just be protecting what we're students first.
That vote, if in favor, would only greenlight the invitation from the campus's Young Americans for Freedom, a conservative club. There's no guaranteeing he'd come. On the YAF's national website, it says Shapiro is done taking invitations for this spring. The group oversees his scheduling, but told KXLY if Whitworth made the invitation, they would work to get him out here. Would he be met with the opposition he's garnered at bigger campuses in other states? Students at Whitworth aren't so sure.
It's not that kind of environment or community. Everyone's very inviting, and there'd be a few that maybe protest it, but it wouldn't be something that's going to be screaming and shouting, that kind of stuff.
Yep. And we will continue to update on how that vote goes. Speaking with a campus spokeswoman today, she says the student government has the final say on what speakers come to campus. The administration isn't involved. Reporting live, Hawk Hammer, KXLY 4 News.